Why, hello there, friends. It is Friday night. It is 5 o'clock somewhere. And welcome to Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. We're a late version of the show tonight. And it is just me here in Renaissance-themed Target clothing. So let's have a great time. I don't have any guests tonight. It's just you and me, and maybe just me if you're not here. But that's all right. Yeah, because we are having a marvelous time with each other, and that is what everything is all about. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in over the last year to watch this, and also I'd like to thank those who are actively supporting the show as well. The Shakespeare Yogi. Leonard Chilingari, the Shakespeare Yogi, creates yoga for the creators. You can use code SHAKESTOREAPPROVED to save 50% on your first private class. So come on in to the Shakespeare Yogi. Hey, Nani Namaste. And also, the Friends of Colorado Northwestern Field Museum. What are you going to discover this summer? They are opening up their summer dig for dinosaurs. You can discover dinosaurs 74 million years old. But oh my goodness, what is happening? Do I actually have, as the song is ending, some friends jumping into the stream with me? Why, yes, I do. It is Claire Bowanek and Weissner. The Zenith players are here. Oh my, as I live and breathe. Ah, hello, my friends.
Hello.
Oh my goodness, I was fully expecting to do this entirely by myself. Oh my, you know what? It wasn't a party, and then you showed up. So that's how we roll. How are you doing?
Pretty good. We're kind of keeping going with our online performances. And
speaking of, what are you doing this week? What are you doing this weekend? Yeah.
The Bacchae.
Oh, you're gonna have to spell that for me.
Bachhae.
The Bacchae tomorrow at 7 p.m. All right. It sounds like it's actually going to be a real bacchanal. Mm-hmm. 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 Why am I doing this? Why do people continually tune in and say that they find this entertaining? I mean, seriously. Yeah.
I think you'll learn that there's a lot more people out there like you than you think.
All right. I'm not sure that's altogether a good thing. Yeah. All right, but I accept it. Susan said if Claire and TJ weren't here tonight, she would seek a wellness check. So yeah, so there we have it. Oh my goodness! But we have a few people watching. Joe DeFilippo is asking, how has the day progressed? Well, off-screen wife and I bought a car. Yeah, I know. We paid the first half of the down payment because the car isn't physically there, and this dealership's policy is you don't pay the second half until the car is there. So it's more of a deposit on a down payment. So I like it. Okay. It is not just a new for us. It is new, and it's the first time we've done this in many a year. In fact, possibly ever. It is a 2021 Subaru Impreza hatchback.
Ooh.
But it's also my very first hatchback since the year of our Lord 2005, when I used to drive a 1996 Ford Escort hatchback, 2-door, no power windows, no power locks, no power steering on this car. Yeah, there were 3 people in this world who could drive it: me, my father, and my best friend. My mother couldn't drive it. She borrowed my car once. She's like, how the bloody hell do you drive this thing? And I said, well, you get it up to highway speed and you don't have to worry. And she's like, getting it to highway speed, though, because you got to get onto a highway and it's hard to turn it. I go, yeah, but Mom, you're really built up like these muscles here, and it's great. Yeah, and so I would be a total jerk to my friends. They'd be like, "Hey, can I borrow your car?" I'd throw them the keys. I say, "If you can." And then they would come back like 3 minutes later because it was also a stick shift, and most of them couldn't drive manual, and they'd be like, "You're a jerk." I'm like, "I said if you can." I didn't lie. Joe DeFilippo is picturing Shakespeare as more of a Lamborghini guy. No, I haven't hit my midlife crisis yet, Joe. So, and I also don't have a spare $125,000. So,
Also that.
there you have it. Susan Hill's first car was 1994 Ford Escort hatchback. She wasn't driving anything but She won't drive anything but a stick shift hatchback. Yep. See, Susan, there you go. This is good. This is car talk now. Jacqueline Dwyer had a Toyota Tercel. Her friends used to call it the Matchbox car. So what was your first car, Claire and TJ?
Volkswagen Beetle.
Volkswagen Beetle?
Yeah.
Classic or new style?
New, but I had it forever. I got it when I was 16, and I got rid of it. I got rid of it 5 years ago.
Oh, goodness gracious. It lasted you a good long time. What was it? What was its color?
Lime green.
Lime green.
It was a custom mix lime green that somebody got that owned the car before I did. And like they went all out. They are in a mood tonight.
They are.
Probably walking their dogs down the street.
What was your first car?
My first car was a 1999 Saturn SC2, and it was purple.
Oh, they don't even make Saturns anymore. The entire line is gone.
I bought it for $768, and it lasted me longer than most of my other cars.
Excellent. Well done. Well, my sister drove a Saturn for a while too. I quite liked it. It had the flip-up headlights and everything. I was like, oh yeah, you got those flip-up headlights. Yeah. So Claire, I have to ask, since you drove a new style Bug, what type of flower did you keep in the little flower and in the little bud vase at the front?
I had one that was made out of duct tape.
A flower or a bud vase?
A flower. Did you make it? Yeah, and it was like this one would get like all of that like duct tape craftiness and like made me like this. It was like
hot pink petals, and then
it was really cute.
Stem was made out of like camouflage.
But
I once made duct tape cargo pants. They lasted a while, let me tell you.
I can't imagine them being very comfortable.
They were not.
No.
You don't wear those for comfort.
No. I made them. I wore them because I could, because I made them and they worked. And it's just like, because I was like doing the whole thing of like, oh, let's just waste duct tape and make wallets. All right, we're making duct tape wallets, having a good time. It's like, well, what? How many pockets can you put in this wallet? All right, is it just a simple billfold or can you go more? And then we're like, all right, well, can you do like pockets on pants? Well, all right. And regular pockets, difficult with duct tape. Cargo pant pockets, surprisingly easy. Yeah. And then for all the fastenings, we did buttons. And and my friend and I made them. And I don't know, it was basically, can we do this? And the answer was yes. Yes, we can. They were not comfy. But if you want to wear clothes that will make you like sweat, like oh, I'm trying to lose weight and I'm just going to sweat it off, they were perfect for that purpose. Yeah. It's like, you want a duct tape suit? No. Well, you're getting one. So that's what we did. Joe DeFilippo had a 2002, presumably 2002, not 1902, not Nissan Maxima. The rear struts were shot. The brakes were terrible. The tires were bad as well. 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds. He missed that screaming white death trap. And Jacqueline Dwyer says, the Hound of the Baskervilles, howl for thee.
That is the Hound.
Yeah, Susan Hill says there's a worm full moon this weekend. What's that even mean? Worm full moon? I'm not Googling it. It's after 8 o'clock. I'm Googling nothing. And she says the dogs feel it coming. And now Joe DeFilippo. Joe, this is beautiful that you did this. This is amazing. Because Claire and TJ are the other people who will also appreciate the fact that you did this and also enjoy it from my point of view. Because you didn't have to tell us. I know you're like, oh no, I was wrong and now I'm a liar. But no one else knew, mate. And yet you said, sorry, my first car was a 1998 Nissan Maxima.
Everything else identical.
The rear struts were shot, the brakes were bad, the tires were bald. It did 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds. He named it the Screaming White Death Trap. No one knew if it was 98 or 02. No one knew. Only you knew. But Joe, here's the intellectual honesty you are presenting. You're like, I can't let people think that. I can't. They don't know the difference. They don't know. See, here's the thing. We don't know that this car actually existed, Joe. This might be all a figment of your imagination right now. You're like, sorry, it was actually a 1991 Nissan Altima, not a Maxima, and 2 of the tires were actually okay. When I got it. So, no. Joe, you're amazing and brilliant. I love you. Oh, goodness gracious. So what have you two been up to other than sitting here promoting the Bake?
Apart from, just kind of enjoying the nice weather. That's,
what's going on, Claire? You seem awkward. You seem like things are happening.
No, we're just still trying to sell the house. So it's kind of like... It's this awkward circle of, especially when you have pets, that you have to load them into the car, and then you just basically drive to Flunk and Flow Nuts.
We're still making that a thing,
house,
okay?
So then you can come back and put the dogs back in the house, and it's just like when you have 5 people come in the same day to see the house.
Yeah,
it's like Groundhog Day. But the same day.
Well, I feel like it's about to get a lot easier for you to move this place because spring is here, things are starting to turn green, and then the mowing of lawns, etc. That will help move it. I believe it's going to go for you guys, and it's going to go well. Fingers crossed, God willing, the creek don't rise and the internet hold down. All right. Oh goodness. Joe says he's currently being smothered by puppy kisses while watching our show. His life is glorious.
What kind of puppy?
What kind of puppy, Joe? TJ and I want to know.
Well, I have to mention to Shakespeare that it could not, in fact, be a 1991 Nissan Altima because Nissan didn't make the Altima until 1993.
That sounds like you went and looked that up, and how dare you? But I love it. That sounds like something that would happen in a really bad police procedural, but like a Saved by the Bell version of it. It's like, it couldn't possibly have been that because it wasn't around until 93. And then there's a turn, you're like, it's like
metallic mint green paint.
Metallic mint green paint is eternal, as is now avocado green. Like a weird forest, like Robin Hood tinged avocado green, which when you see it by itself, you're like, oh, it's an avocado. But when you see it on a car, you're like, why'd you do that? That's a choice. That's a choice. And not even like, oh, one in 100,000 will do that. It's a standard option. It's a standard option on the Subaru Crosstrek. Oh, that's a choice. That is a choice. Joe's pupper is a 16-week-old Boston Terrier Beagle mix. His name is Quinn, and he has a brindle coat.
That's adorable. I look forward to the update in 30 seconds where he says it's a 20-week-old.
When he says when he says it's a Malamute and it outweighs him by 90 pounds.
At 16 weeks old, that'd be terrifying. It's like Clifford's big red dog.
That's gonna be Hagrid's dog. That's what that's gonna be. I mean, seriously. Oh, and we call him Fluffy.
I love the wait, Fluffy. What was the dog that lived in the cottage?
That's Fang.
Fang. Yes.
Fang and Fang's a wolfhound. He's not a shaggy wolfhound, but he's a wolfhound. No, boarhound. He's a boarhound. Excuse me. I knew the internet was going to come at me and they're like, no, Shakespeare. Actually, Fang is a boarhound. Yeah, Fang is a boarhound. Yeah. So, all right. He has his information about Quinn correct. Very good. And hello, Rachel. Thanks for watching. Joe also says metallic mint green, the reference to my cousin Vinny. Yes. So, you are a lovely and gracious witness. I love that movie. I love that movie so much.
It's so good.
That movie is glorious. And just no. The defense is wrong. Are you sure?
I brought it to England with me when I lived over there, and I showed it to my flatmates who were all English, and they didn't get it.
What parts didn't they get?
The culture divide. So specifically with like the New York and like the Alabama.
Then you have to take out a world map, show them the physical distance between Alabama and New York, and you're just like, how can you not have a culture divide?
One of these people asked me if we could go to Texas for a day from New Jersey.
A day.
And I'm like,
It'll take you 2 full days just of driving to get there, and you cannot do Texas in a day. Texas requires a week on its own. Just a
big place,
and that's without stopping.
That was
they're like, we are gigantic.
That was the same week I had a voice, just a speech and vocal workshop with one of my teachers, and we were going through all of our Shakespeare pieces, and I went through Love's Labour's Lost, and she's like, well, we were just messing around just to loosen up, and I came out with "Oft have I heard of you, my Lord Barone," before I did the entire thing.
Oh my God! Oh, I would pay good money to hear you do nothing but Jersey, like inflected with New York. Oh my God! And I just said, "Oh my God!" Oh my God! Oh yes. Now here's the fun thing. So, internet, you might not know, but this is not my native accent. No. I took elocution lessons. So, both of those things are true, but in what order? Now, so how I'm able to get to a passable Brooklynite accent or North Jersey is I actually cannot do it by way of other American accents. I have to do it by way of this one. Because I can go Southern very easy out of this one, right out of this. I mean, that's just turning on the butter there, sugar. But then I can very easily. TJ's like, "What? Did you just call me sugar?" I'm like, "Yes, TJ, I did." Now he's just like, "What?"
It's all the hard R. There's no hard R, so you just
yeah. And TJ's like, what? I'm just interpreting his facial expressions to being basically my own internal monologue.
You're right. I'm
yes.
Completely, accents are completely foreign and unknown.
Oh, really? You can't do that? Oh, all right. So
it's his hobby. Oh,
all right. So you and I are going to have a wonderful sit down over the adult beverage of your choice at some point when we're all together, and we will talk accents, and it will be glorious. So I can go Southern, like a generic Southern, real easy from here. And I'm sorry, Joe. And and hello, Adam. Hello. And but also I can't really do let's do an American accent. I can't really go into like a Brooklyn or oh my god from here. I can, but I can't do it from here. So I can just slip in and just be like, "Oh my god, oh that's how we're gonna do it here." Oh, all right, get out of here, you numbnuts. Oh, this guy.
Has that always been the case, or has that only been a thing since you started performing at Shakespeare?
So it was a fun way because back when I was a baby actor, young and pretty. I loved accents entirely, and an English accent was always easier for me than a Brooklynite or a New Jersey. But a teacher helped me slide into it, and you'll find that's the case though for at least English-speaking actors from Australia or by and large, not every single one, obviously, but from Australia or Britain or New Zealand. It's far easier to do the various regional dialects of someone else's country than your own. Because it's just like you hear it, even though you hear it all the time, it's like, oh, it should sink in. It just becomes too mundane for you. And other than just like, I make fun of it kind of thing. So it's harder for a Londonite to do a proper Yorkshire accent than it is for you, TJ Reisner, citizen and son of New Jersey, to do a proper Yorkshire accent. So there we have it. And this is a weird conversation for this show, but you know what? We have weird conversations. As my dear friend Gwendolyn is fond of saying often, and I'm going to throw it up on here in honor of my dear friend Gwendolyn, who is not here at this moment, but I would love her to be. Where to go? Oh, there it is. Take a drink of your drink. I'm going to alter that slightly so that no one thinks I stole it of her. I'm going to give her credit. Take a drink of your drink. Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn. Oh my gosh, you know what would be fun? If Gwendolyn were to play Gwendolyn in Ernest. That would be hilarious.
Gwendolyn could do anything. I'd watch it.
She can. That'd be amazing. She's brilliant. So are you looking forward, dear theatre directors, to holding auditions again soon?
Yes. I'm anxious to see how things are going to kind of trickle back into live theater, and I feel like it's kind of our responsibility to take what everybody else is learning and utilize that, so that way I don't want to put my company out there and be leading the way, because there are people that have done far more research into how to safely reopen theaters that know far more than I do. So I'm going to follow them. All
right. Have you considered doing some outdoor theater, some Shakespeare in the park, so to speak?
Yeah, it also depends on location and things like that. We don't have a lot of options over around here that aren't usually totally booked. There's a lot of soccer tournaments and everything that we would be competing with.
Have you considered booking 4 seasons?
Total landscape.
Total landscape.
You know, we should give him a call.
You and everyone else, yeah. No, but seriously, you should. I've given him a call, yeah. And I am on the list. I am on their list, and that makes me happy.
Wild.
Yeah, it's like I want to perform a show in the place where democracy tried to die.
Right? It tried so hard.
Yeah. Oh goodness. On that happy note, let's pay a couple of bills. So all right. So you can support this show by supporting our sponsors, and we have some wonderful sponsors for this show. Starting off with the Friends of the Colorado Northwestern Field Museum. The Colorado Northwestern Field Museum is now accepting applications for the Summer Dinosaur Digs 2021. Now, while many people only dream of taking part in a dinosaur excavation, through Colorado Northwestern Community College, that dream can become a reality. Located in the heart of dinosaur country, CNCC offers you the chance to work alongside professional paleontologists to uncover fossils that have been buried for over 74 million years. During a 2-week session, you'll learn about paleontology by digging, brushing, and uncovering a unique fossilized specimen. There is no experience required to take advantage of this amazing opportunity, only a passion for experiencing fossils up close and personal. Participants also have the option to earn college credit during the 2-week session. You can email Elizabeth Johnson at elizabeth.johnson@cncc.edu or call 970-824-1119 for more information. And also go to that link that I had on your screen. So take a screenshot of that if you're interested in joining a summer dinosaur dig. Remember, no experience is necessary, and I want to know, what will you discover this summer? Today's show is also brought to you by the Shakespeare Yogi. The Shakespeare Yogi wants you to discover the artist inside. Leonard Chillingarian, the Shakespeare Yogi, helps creatives develop authentic connection to balance and character by combining yoga with Shakespeare accessibly and playfully. Virtual pay-what-you-can classes are available over Zoom on the first and third Sundays of the month at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and a recommended $5 donation, although you do pay what you can. All creatives of any kind are welcome. Virtual private lessons are also available by appointment. Private lessons are built to the individual needs and goals of the individual creative. Those virtual private lessons are valued at $50, and you can use code SHAKES.approved right there to save 50% off your very first lesson. For access and payment info to the Pay What You Can and private lessons, email Lena, the Shakespeare Yogi, at theshakespeareyogi@gmail.com, or drop her a message on Instagram at the Shakespeare Yogi. The Shakespeare Yogi, hey noni namaste. And today's show, I'd like you to go like and subscribe to the Renaissance Stream Guide on Facebook at facebook.com/Renaissance Stream Guide. There are over 70 live streams every single week that they let you know about. They are the TV guide of Renaissance Festival live streams, featuring live music, play readings, comedy, belly dance, yoga, fitness classes, art and streams, demonstrations, and more. The Zenith players are on there most of the time, so should you be. There are, with over 70 live stream events on the calendar every week. You have plenty to choose from. With an accessible Google Calendar and a daily schedule post, it's easy for you to find your favorite festival performers and hopefully discover someone new. Go to the Renaissance Stream Guide, and God save the Queen. If you would like to become a sponsor of Shakespeare's Coffee Break, or Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare, or this show, excuse me, dear goodness gracious, or this show right here that we're doing right now, you can drop me an email to shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. And that email is here somewhere. I have no idea. I probably lost it or deleted it because I'm a professional. But did I have it? Did I have it? I'm going to look for it for a second. And I'm glancing. No, I deleted it. Yep. So, all right, I'm a professional. But email me, shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. Oh, my God. TJ found it. All typed it in. Where was it, TJ?
It's under happy hour.
It's under the show we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, damn me. Wow. All right. Ah. Oh, also, if you want to send me a present, you can. Yeah, there's that banner right there. PO Box 137, Gilbertsville, New York, 13776. This is a sad, tired show, but you know what? I'm here for it. And so there we go. TJ and Claire, making my life better since April of 2020.
Everyone.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yep. Let me go back to the Gwendolyn banner. As Gwendolyn says, take a drink of your drink. So, So let's go into some comments from the audience here and see what they have to say about life, the universe, and everything. Susan loves doing accents. Yes, your French accent is quite good. Rachel King would like to know if I can do Kermit the Frog in a Southern accent. Maybe. Because I can sometimes do Kermit the Frog here. And so since Kermit is actually from Louisiana, would we be able to make this happen? Let's see. Let's find out. Hey, y'all. Kermit T. Frog here. And I'm from Louisiana. No, that just sounded stupid. Sorry about that. Yeah, no. So, yeah. So, can I? Yes. Should I? No. All right. But also, what I will do is I will give you this thing that you did not ask for. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know we're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. La da da dee da da do. Da 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 dee da dee da do. All right. So that is a thing that happened. All right. Moving right along. All right. And then Kathy says, that's a thing that happened, sorry. Kathy says she agrees with the accent transition. Noticed it the first year she worked at a fair. Yep. It happens over time, and everyone has accent continental drift. Every time I say by and large, she thinks of the movie WALL-E. Also, most of the other Pixar movies. Yeah. Joe says, after listening to the plugs, he wants Shakespeare to narrate his life. The plugs were pure perfection. All right. Joe DeFilippo worked as a teacher in Connecticut. At a small Catholic school, Joe taught the boys and girls the things that they need to know. Arithmancy, or possibly even actual mathematical skills, sometimes Spanish. Joe was a teacher who taught stuff. Joe, play that on your headphones at all times. All right. Susan says, every now and then someone will ask her to combine her Scottish accent and also speak French, and it breaks your brain. But here's the thing, Susan, that goes along with the Old Alliance, where the Scots were speaking French with the Frenchies at all times. Well, it happens. All right, there you go. Rachel, thanks for indulging her silliness and also singing. Yeah, you're quite welcome. All right. So I need to go to a banner that I have not yet taken down, but hopefully it will bring us great pleasure tonight. And that question is on this banner tonight. What grinds TJ's gears?
Oh, so much. So much. Is it Mercator again?
As an of the map? A man who has been dead for well over 200 years?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Glad he's dead.
Yeah. If only an exceedingly old age. I mean, there you have it.
Would you like to elaborate?
No.
No.
Need elaboration.
Basically just that the maps are inaccurate and inherently racist.
Inaccurate.
You should also hear his rant on the development of language and how it's
The development of language.
Yeah, and it's constantly These are things that I hear. Like,
There are some podcasts, TJ, I want you to listen to. One of them is the history of the English language. It's dry but good. I'm talking everything about the early episodes are about the splitting of Indo-European off from itself, but also everywhere that it spread to and everything that it influenced, including not just the Romance languages and Germanic languages, which is why even though English is influenced by both heavily by German and Latin, and so we have multiple words for everything, those words all have the same root.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And the English language is the Borg. It just goes around assimilating other languages and taking what it adds your linguistic perfection to our own.
how English.
It's very English. Cartographers for social equality.
Yes.
That was a West Wing episode. That was on a big block of Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then he flips the world upside down, and CJ's like, "Put it back!" Why? It's freaking me out.
Nothing's where you think it is.
Nothing for you. No.
That guy was appropriate amounts, thoughtful, thought-provoking, and just a little bit weird and creepy.
A little bit.
Just like, is he creepy? Also, Claire, are you wearing like fuchsia eyeshadow?
I am. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Why not? I like
Basically,
my comments are going to expire. They're gonna get used no matter who sees them.
All right, there we go. And Susan says Mercator. All right, so
What was the name of the group? Cartographers for
for social equality.
So, Susan, I am in a Facebook group called Shakespeare Mercator, and I designed their cover image.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Oh, back when Shatner could act. Okay, so by the way, two things. Yeah, happy birthday, William Shatner, and also happy negative 225th birthday, Captain James Tiberius Kirk. So there we go. So Susan says that TJ, you win the internet today. Well done.
Awesome. I'll take it.
What grinds Joe DeFilippo's gears is when students don't know who Snuffleupagus. I thought you were trying to say Snagglepuss. Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street is. Well, you know, not every kid watches Sesame Street, so it happens.
He was my favorite.
I remember. So because I'm a good sight older than either of you, I remember when Snuffy became real. And if you're wondering what happened, Snuffleupagus began his existence on Sesame Street as Big Bird, who was perennially 6 years old, as Big Bird's imaginary friend.
Huh.
And
Interesting.
Snuffy had to become real because of, sadly, the rising levels of, or at least just the rising levels that people started talking about, of sexual abuse for children. And people saying to a kid, no one's going to believe you. Basically, I'm your imaginary friend. And it's like,
Yeah.
So Sesame Street changed a fundamental element of their show in order to teach children how to talk to their parents, and also start teaching parents how to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And because Big Bird would say, "Oh, you don't see Snuffy," and he'd like walk around the corner, and just in that moment, type of thing would happen all the time. But the Sesame Street theme song in the time period of my early childhood changed to reflect this. When they're going through, one of the lines is, "And Snuffleupagus, now he's here with us." Yes, because Snuffy wasn't there.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Snuffy, Snuffy wasn't real, Rachel. Snuffy wasn't real. But he is now. There you go. And requires a team of Muppeteers. Janine says, frustration was a parent phone call in Spanish trying to set up a parental meeting without realizing that the meeting and conference are the same words in Spanish. So the parent just wanted to know if they'd already missed the parent-teacher conferences. Most of the time, lots of very similar words with slightly different meanings is a good thing. Yep. And then when you put specific stuff on there, so yeah, it's like meeting and conference are the same thing until they're not.
We have to have a meeting to discuss the meeting.
Yep, exactly. Oh my God, my wife, off-screen wife, is dealing with that very thing. A meeting to discuss the meeting at her place of employment, and she's like, "Do we have to? Can't we just do the thing?"
Can it be an email?
A, can it be an email? But B, can't we just do the thing instead of talking about doing the thing? Let's just jump to doing the thing. Oh goodness, I have to tell you though, because of my experiences, not just doing this show and similar things such as the coffee break or writing sonnets with Shakespeare, Nat 21, all the other thousands of streaming shows I do, my own big shows or your shows, partly because of you, and then our mutual experience together where we were producing the importance of being in earnest and also holding, as part of that process, Zoom-based auditions. Having just done 2 nights of Zoom-based auditions as a director for the Robin Hood's Fair in Connecticut, I got to say, I love it. It obviously has its drawbacks. You can't really see what people can do. You can't have quite the interaction that you would like to between actors and each other, or you and the actor, or anything. But in terms of just not wasting people's time, either way, saying, hey, come in, here's your time slot. Cool, great. Log in, do my thing, leave. Mm-hmm. And without worrying about traffic, without finding a babysitter or any of that, without worrying about the rest of your evening schedule. And then also, it allows you to potentially increase your talent pool because someone might be willing to travel if they got the gig for a relatively small amount of pay or even a relatively good pay. Or if they just say, hey, the role is good enough, I'm not worried about it. And they're willing to travel. But they're not necessarily willing to travel for an audition for that non-guarantee. So it allows you to increase, because we had auditioners in Florida, Pennsylvania, and Minnesota for a Renaissance Fair in Connecticut. And that was glorious. It was wonderful. So I got to give you props for increasing my comfort levels with auditioning people over Zoom.
I think that's going to be. I hope that's going to be a component of upcoming auditions in general. Is going to be like there will still be in-person auditions, probably like maybe 2 days of in-person auditions, and then a Zoom audition if you can't make it. I think that's the way things are going to go.
Like either Zoom if you can't make it, or even I know I want you, but I'm thinking of you for a better part, maybe, or a bigger part, or a different type of part than you've done before. Could you just jump on and read some science for me?
Yep.
Yeah, and just, all right, thanks, cool, go. And we go back. So I want that aspect to stay because I think that is so good, and the technology is there to make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
And I just and then I had a 20-year head start and blew it.
Yeah, they did, but oh well. It still works decently well. It still works decently well as an internet-based phone call. I gotta say. Yeah. So Skype, you got that part. Claire and TJ, you are breaking up a lot on my side, so I'm wondering, is it my internet? Oh, because it could easily be my internet.
I don't know. Interesting.
All right, that's cool. Rachel is hoping to get up to the Robin Hood show, but it all depends on COVID comfort levels. Well, hopefully, since that show doesn't start until the end of May, the weekend I believe it starts the weekend before Memorial Day and then runs until about the 20th or so of June. Yeah, it runs until June 20th. That's right. Hopefully, you'll have your chance to be vaccinated, Rachel. And masks are going to be required of everybody. So that is a foregone conclusion. And things are going to be, they're doing the best to have plenty of bathrooms, plus the extra bathrooms and sanitation stations all over the place. So they, like so many other festivals that are opening up this spring and summer, are doing the Lord's work on putting safety first.
Mm-hmm.
Because all you need is one thing to go wrong, and that's it.
Yep.
Oh, goodness. Speaking of blowing the 20-year lead, though, Joe said his DLS meetings included Skype for people who had moved or didn't live in the area before the pandemic, but now everything is in WebEx or Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Oh, well, friends, we're at 45 minutes. This has been a fun time for me. So in just a second, I'm going to be asking our friends of what are they nerding out about tonight. I'm going to ask that. I'm going to ask that question. What are we nerding out on? But first, I just want to thank all of you for joining me here. No shows from me of any kind next week. I am taking the week off from streaming entirely. I have to focus on some behind-the-scenes work. That includes getting signs repainted and rebuilt, repairing costumes, getting stuff done for 2 fairs that I'm, making money on, not being Shakespeare, but doing other stuff. So I need to do backstage work and all of that. So no upcoming shows this coming week. However, starting Monday after Easter, or Tuesday, if I take that Monday off, I don't know yet. Shakespeare's Coffee Break is still Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 10:35 a.m., but only at facebook.com/Shakespeare's Coffee Break. So I need everyone to make sure that you go like and subscribe to that channel, because I'm collecting you all in one place, just like Pokemon. Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare, which is my Thursday show, is actually going to be at 2 times. 9 a.m. at twitch.tv/Nat21Adventures, and then 10:35 on facebook.com/ShakespeareApproves and youtube.com/ShakespeareApproves. So 2 shows on Thursday. Life's a Fair, we are on hiatus right now, but I want you to go give that show a like by giving Life's a Fair a like for Shakespeare Reviews. So facebook.com/Life's a Fair. Go watch the movie review show, Shakespeare Reviews, I do with Andrew McKee, the Irish Bard, where we talk about films that are inspired by the Shakespeare canon, and then we dissect them. We're working on the new season, so stay tuned. Hopefully, it'll come out sometime in May. And then, of course, the next Shakespeare Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour won't be for another 2 weeks. And we will be back with guns a-blazing, and it's going to be grand. And then this Sunday night, though, I do want to invite you to a virtual event that I am hosting, but I am not on. I'm running all the tech for it. And that is Stonewall Philly's virtual virtual Showtunes talent show. That is this Sunday night at 8 p.m. And you can watch it on their Facebook event page. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get the tech to work for that. And then also on my YouTube channel. You can watch it on both of those places. I'm going to be on the Pixelwick Virtual Renaissance Fair on April 23rd, Shakespeare's birthday. That starts around 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I'll be at the Smithville Renaissance Fair April 24 and 25. In person, you can come see me. It's going to be insane. It's going to be lit. What? Also, why'd I do that? This Thursday, I'm doing a library show in Ohio that you can all join me for right on here. I'll put the link up for that. And let's see. What else can I show you? Oh, yes. So Smithville Renaissance Fair, April 24 and 25. Scarborough Renaissance Festival down in Waxahachie, Texas, May 22nd through 31st. That's Memorial Day. The New Jersey Renaissance Fair the weekend after that. I hope to see Claire and TJ there. I'm going to see you there, right?
Yep.
Guys, I'm going to see you there.
We live in New Jersey.
Getting your tickets? Yes, you live in New Jersey.
That's the state where we live.
You're going to get swamped with Zenith players. I'm just letting you know. We're like,
I better be.
We're going to, flock your way.
You know what? You could also all come to Smithfield probably if you because that's a free admission one too.
Where is Smithfield?
Yeah, Smithfield is down near Atlantic City, in Absecon.
Hey, that's also in New Jersey.
Yes, it is all in New Jersey.
We live in New Jersey.
You do live in New Jersey. I am so glad that you have made these discoveries. All right. The Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair in Ansonia, Connecticut is going to be June 26th through July 11th. Main Renaissance Fair, July 17th through 25th. I'm doing a Lake George Amphitheater show in August. I'll be at the New York Capital District Renaissance Festival, August 14th and 15th. The Connecticut Renaissance Fair, September 4th through October 17th. TutorCon in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, October 1st. And then Louisiana Renaissance Festival from November 6th until Christmas. So it's going to be lit, people. What? Yes. Why did I do that? Why did I say that twice? I kind of hate myself right now, and I feel like that's the right decision there. I shouldn't hate myself, yes. Yeah, so that was odd and weird. But tomorrow night, dear friends, also make sure to join the Zenith Players for the Bake, 7 p.m. tomorrow on their channel, facebook.com/Zenith Players, and I believe on my channel as well. And then if you're feeling generous and you want to help keep live theater alive, donate to the Zenith Players. Go to zenithplayers.com/donations.php. And that takes you over to their PayPal. And that is a good thing. So go do that. And if you enjoy this show and you want to give me money for it, I like money. It pays for goods and services. You can do so. You can buy me a cup of coffee at coffee.com/Shakespeare. It's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. Or become a Patreon of the arts at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tiers start at $3, go all the way up to $30. And all the tiers right now get the same rewards because I want everyone to get the same level of weirdness. But now, dear friends, let us briefly talk about what are we nerding out on? Who's got something fun? I know one of you does.
Okay, so
why do you seem ashamed?
Because my journey with Superman has been so like all over the place, and I just watched Justice League, the 4-hour cut of Justice League, and I liked it.
Okay.
And I didn't think I was gonna like it. I didn't like Man of Steel. I love Henry Cavill. I just have to say that. But I did not like Man of Steel. So
well, no, that was Grumpy Murder Hobo Superman.
Yeah. Lumberjack Superman. Lumberjack Clark Kent.
Lumberjack Superman, Murder Hobo Superman. He murdered people. He straight up murked people.
He did. And I just, and then finally, well, I don't want to get into Batman versus Superman. I'm not mentioning it, but I went over to Justice
Martha!
Finally saw Superman, and I was like, there he is. He's right there. And it was really exciting, and I liked it. It took me 2.5 hours to like it. But once it was at that 2.5-hour mark, I really liked it.
All right, good. So some love for the Zack Snyder cut. Very good. Some love for Zack Snyder's Justice League. And very good. TJ, you nerding out on anything this week?
I've been nerding out on chess for the past couple weeks.
No.
Shakespeare disappeared. He heard chess and he was like, all right, I'm done here.
Well, wait, I think he's coming back. Is he coming back?
Here he is.
Is he back?
Maybe.
Yes, you could have kept talking. I was trying to fix myself.
We could have, but
you could have kept talking and pretended that nothing happened.
Well, that's true. But you know.
So
I'm
nerding
very
out about
smooth and subtle like that.
Chess.
We're from New Jersey.
You are from New Jersey,
yeah,
where Gotham City is.
Interesting. I was reading some trivia, and apparently Metropolis and Gotham in this new iteration are Chicago and Detroit.
I don't like the concept of basically Gotham being Newark and Metropolis being New York City, because that puts Superman and Batman in way too close proximity to each other. And it's just like, well, in that case, why doesn't Superman show up to everything that Batman's doing at all times?
It's always been very obvious to me that Metropolis is LA and Gotham is New York. Like that.
Oh, Metropolis is LA for you. See, I always assumed, even though Gotham was, an older word for New York, that to an extent, like that, it was like Trenton or something. Like let's just move it down and then put it off by itself in the water. Yeah.
My brain put Metropolis in New York and Gotham in Chicago. That's where my brain.
Well, that's because that's what Christopher Nolan did. He gave Bruce Wayne Illinois plates.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the great thing is, even in the comics, there's relatively little consistency in the DC universe over what's where. Like there's Gateway City, which a lot of people, the Flash's city, which is basically probably St. Louis, but yeah. it's just like whereas the Marvel universe is just like New York, LA, Chicago, New Orleans, which all of those cities also exist in the DC universe. So where are these extra megalopolises going?
New Jersey.
She's just, I don't know. Nothing going to New Jersey. That's where you are.
Hey, we're there.
We're from New Jersey.
Oh my god. Oh god. So TJ, what are you nerding out on?
Chess. I've been gotten back into chess after the Queen's Gambit. Kind of re-inspired me too.
He has. TJ's getting a chess set for his birthday. He knows about it because he picked it out. So I ordered a set from Etsy and got scammed by the seller. So it was a nightmare. So then I had to go find another chess set that he liked. And we went through like 200 chess sets before we found a board that he liked. We found one that he liked. We ordered it. And then I'm sitting here on his phone and he's on his phone. And I don't like usually look over at what he's looking at on his phone, but he's looking at other chess sets. My blood pressure is through the roof.
The one
That's what they all say, TJ.
Okay. All right. Joe says, okay, his phone hates him and cut off a comment, but simply put, extra megalopolises exist because of comic book logic. Yep, you know what? You're right. Yeah. All right. And what am I nerding out on? I am nerding out on, well, a little bit of everything, but quite specifically, I mean, like in terms of my life, I'm nerding out. Oh, I got a new car. I get to start driving it next week because they had to order it and all that. Because the one we wanted wasn't at that physical dealership, so they had to bring it in. Whatever, you know what? America. So.
As long as it's not coming from the Suez Canal, then like,
no, it is not. It is going to be crossing the Erie Canal to get here, but that's a different thing entirely.
Just make sure they don't get blown sideways by a gust of wind.
You know, oh my God, I thought we were gonna get blown sideways by a gust of wind today, driving on the highway. That wind was insane. Oh my God, the wind up here the last 2 days has been unreal. Oh my God. But I also am nerding out on just wonderful shows such as, like, again, always The Good Place, but Superstore so good. And off-screen wife told me that there's apparently the final 2 episodes that were for the seasons. It means, oh my god, it's already the last 2 episodes. So we're gonna go watch that in like a minute. We're gonna go do that. And but yeah, I'm nerding out about all of you because you're just all brilliant people, and I get to spend so much of my life with everyone here, and I'm starting to get sentimental about this damnable year that was, because there's the light at the end of the tunnel and it's all ending and we're going to be in person again. But it also means I'm going to be seeing even though I'm going to be seeing the regular job people more again, and the audiences more, and some people who I haven't seen in 18 months again. I'm going to be seeing other people with less regularity and frequency, and that makes me sad. So I'm feeling sentimental towards it, and I'm going to need you all to pick a day other than Saturdays to do your shows so I can join in. Because I have Saturday and Sunday performances, and or do late shows on Saturday that I decide to join against all better judgment because I have, like, a 10 a.m. show the next day. Yeah,
but we'll see what happens when things go back to normal-ish.
I say, just my vote. Do like not do Saturday shows or stuff, but do like Thursday shows.
We lose a lot of our Australia people if we do that because it's a weekday. It's a weekday meeting when they would be able to participate. So
tell them to take the bloody day off.
Australia's just a folks. It's
just
fine.
Tell them there's a snake in your driveway. I don't.
Listen, there's a snake in your boot. Also, your country has nationalized healthcare. I don't know what you're worried about. It's like, oh, I'm going to lose my job. You know what? It's fine. You live in a country that's trying to kill you on a regular basis. Just move to someplace civilized like New Zealand. I mean, come on. What if the entire country of Australia invaded New Zealand? How many extra people would that give New Zealand? Would people now outnumber sheep?
See, it depends on what you mean by invade and what that...
All right, like just a mass exodus from Australia. Like, it's just like, you know what? We're all going.
They finally had it with the snakes and the crocodiles and
the spiders and everything. But the koalas, they also get to eat. Everyone gets to take a koala with them, though, too.
There you go.
You're all following New South Wales rules, which means you're allowed to hold a koala. And because like the rest of the country is like, nope, it's illegal. And New South Wales is like, you want to cuddle a koala? We got one for you. Come here. Hug it. And I'm like, yes, I am going to hug that teddy bear.
Just based on population numbers, I think New Zealand as a country would collapse. There are 5 million people roughly 5 million people in New Zealand, or 25 million people in Australia. So a mass exodus of 5 times your population, you do not have the infrastructure.
But still, fewer people than live in the greater Los Angeles area.
Is that so? There's more than 30 people?
Yes, it's fewer people who live in the greater who basically live in LA County. So not Los Angeles itself, right. But in LA County. LA County, Orange County, all of that together, Pasadena, all of that. Yeah, it's fewer people.
Which has fewer people than Arunachal Pradesh in India.
What's that?
Which has fewer people than, I'm sure I'm butchering the pronunciation, but Arunachal Pradesh in India, the most populated.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. But you know what? None of them have. New Jersey. That's where you are. You're in New Jersey.
Yeah.
All right. So.
What have I done?
Oh goodness. So, friends, that basically brings us to the end of the show. So let us have a toast. And so I'll go first this time. Here's to all of you for giving me something to look forward to on my Friday nights, and off also Monday mornings, Tuesday mornings, Wednesday mornings, Thursday mornings, but something to look forward to. Also, here's to those people on camera right there for joining me week after week after week after week after week. Out of all of the episodes I've done of this, and coming up on a year's worth, they've been with me for like all but 3. So thank you. So here's to you. Here's to all of you. Cheers. All right. So great. But do either of you have one, or do you want to just say bugger this and let's go? I mean,
I'm going to second the toast to the audience, to all of you, as it were.
Yes.
All right, very good. All right, very good. So we're basically saying, no, good people, we're done. We're done with you. We're just done with the show. Internet's glitchy. There's a lot of wind. I mean, oh no! Shh! I can't hear you over the wind. No. All right.
What?
So,
what did you say?
You're in New Jersey.
We are. That's where we live.
You live in New Jersey. All right. Bye-bye, friends. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye-bye. Here's to New Jersey, because New Jersey. That's right. Cheers. All right. Bye-bye.